Good morning. It is Saturday, January 15th. Skipped yesterday. There's a bit of a communication glitch with my buddies. A couple of them thought I was still in quarantine, so they went and got food before finding out otherwise, and therefore no food with friends this week. Oh well. Wasn't like after isolating for a long time I was really looking forward to it or anything. It is what it is, though. Probably gonna be just staying in by myself today, however, because over last night it has begun snowing. Got quite a snowstorm here, but you know, it's pretty. It's not fun to drive in. Fortunately, I did just go get groceries the other day in shorts, because 2 days ago it was nice and warm out, in the mid-50s at least. And now it's snowing. But, so I'll probably just be hanging out here. And you know what? Since getting sick, I haven't recorded anything. And I'm doing quite a bit better. I still got maybe 1 day left on the antibiotic for my throat infection. And it doesn't cause problems, except sometimes I still end up with an irritated throat and a bit of a cough if I talk for too long. And what I want to try and do today is record some stuff, and sometimes I end up talking too long while recording. Of course, I could just do video games. It'd be fun to record more Pokemon. I miss it already. It's been... because, you know, I recorded it, I couldn't play it while sick, and that was sad. Or Zelda, probably need to record more of that pretty soon. But really, it'd be nice if I could record some unboxings. I got a few of those to do, and I think it'll be fine. I think I can just adjust the settings on my camera, and even though I only have half as much light in here, I think it'll be fine. So I might give that a shot. But either way, I think the ideal goal for today would be to get some stuff recorded. It's been a bit where I've not been able to. I'd like to. We'll see what goes on. And I've recorded several unboxings today, which is great. Four of them done. I might have one, maybe two more that I could do, but I think I'm going to call it at 4. It's pretty good. Start getting stuff imported to edit, because that'll need to be done. And I did have a little more light. You know, while I maybe missed some light from above, I added some new light this time. It looked a little like this, which I'm hopeful turned out well. You see, well, let me just zoom out. See? If I zoom out here, you might notice where the light is coming from. It's the ring light I got for Christmas. So we have this ring light here. I should be able to turn that off. And I had to kind of change the way I lay out the tripod to get the camera, I don't know, about 2 or 3 inches closer to it so that it didn't see the ring even when zoomed in. But I made it work. And hopefully things look better than ever. Because hopefully it's provided more light directly on me, that I'm less just top lit. Because it's the normal look is sort of this top lit kind of thing, which, you know, whatever. But I've been told maybe that might look nicer. I got, you know, there's a lot less stuff sitting up there. I mean, still a lot of stuff sitting up there, but some stuff just goes up there. But I got 3 bricks of minis and a box of Dwarven Forge, all unboxed over the last 5 hours. So, did it at a bit of a relaxed pace, but got it taken care of. So that's good. That's stuff accomplished, so I can start importing footage, be able to edit it at some point. Still snow on the ground outside, but It does not look like it's on the roads anymore. I'll probably still try and figure out dinner here rather than go out in it, though. It's probably still cold. I like cold. And so I think I'm gonna make shepherd's pie for dinner. And I made that just here in like, the last week. But it's gonna be different than any time I've made it before. Because any other time I've made it, I've used frozen green beans, frozen corn, and either fresh or the last couple of times used frozen onions. Those are great. But until finding frozen onions, and at a point when there was a shopping trip where I stocked up to make it and they didn't have the other stuff, I came up with other options. And then before making it, got the frozen stuff, haven't ever used them. But I have canned green beans, canned corn. That's not corn. I do have canned corn, right? Canned corn. There we go. So, that'll be a bit different. But, you know, drain them. Should be fairly similar. For onions, I have pickled onion. I don't know how that's gonna work with it. I don't know if I've ever had pickled onion. It probably has a bit of a distinct flavor from the pickling process. But you know what? We'll give it a shot, right? Why not? I think it'll do fine. I took a fork and I just tried just a little sliver of the onion just to see what it tasted like. And it has a bit of a sweetness to it. I'm thinking there, what does that remind me of? And actually what it reminds me of, kind of, is almost like a ketchup kind of sweetness. And the thing is, the recipe calls for ketchup. It always feels like my mom's recipe with the size of the dish calls for 1 tablespoon of ketchup, which always feels like a comically small amount for the size of the dish. So it'll definitely be a more powerful take on that kind of flavor, but I mean, it's a similar flavor, and that flavor isn't absent from the dish, so I think it'll work. I think it'll work. I think I can do this. It doesn't look much different, although certainly more soupy. It's a higher moisture content in the non-frozen vegetable additions, I suppose. But we'll see how it tastes. Huh. So I was concerned that the pickled onions would have too big of an impact on the flavor. I was right. It's not terrible. I'll be able to finish eating it, most likely. And so any decently large chunks of onions got just picked out as I ate through it. And that helped. That actually helped a lot. Just picking out the onions that I put in there when I baked it, because I was hopeful that it would taste good. It did not. Right now, internally, I'm trying to not let this settle too much in my mind. Because the idea of being able to play around and experiment while cooking is fun and a good thing, and when it doesn't work out, it can have a tendency to make me not willing to try things. And this was me experimenting and trying something with an entirely new ingredient that I have never, really before I bought it, I'd never even heard of. I like onions. I like pickles. Not a fan of pickled onions, turns out. And I have now learned that with 3/4 of a dish of shepherd's pie, which has pickled onions in it, left to go. For the next few days, maybe? It makes me sad. I am sad about it. That's how I feel. Sad. So I came up with a good remedy. If you're feeling all sad about your cooking attempts coming out cruddy and now having a bit over a pound of ground beef sunk into a dish that you should eat a few more times over the next few days, and just knowing it's really not all that great because of pickled onions. I hate pickled onions. Well, I came up with a remedy for that. Not for fixing the dish, but for feeling sad. I have another milkshake. Milkshake make you not sad. Is it fixing the problem? No. Just making you think about something else. So I'm gonna have this, and I'm gonna get to bed. Call it a night. You know what? The early part of the day was good. I got all the stuff recorded. I made progress on stuff. That was good. The cooking, not so much. I've made better. So I'll forget my problems. Thank you for joining me. Joining me as my journey continues.